Welcome back to What That Button Do, and it is time for the last of Marisa's crouching normals, and that is her crouch light punch. This is Marisa's only 4-frame. 4 frames are the fastest normals in the game. Some privileged characters, like Ken, have a standing 4-frame and a crouching 4-frame. You can check out the video on Marisa's stand light punch on how that is not the case and what that button can do, but for now we are focusing on Marisa's crouch light punch, which is her only 4-frame. That means if your opponent is doing anything that can be interrupted with the normal button, this is your go-to interruption tool for interrupting that string. A good example of that actually would be against Jinrai after you block the first hit of Jinrai. Unless they space themselves perfectly, if you slightly delay a jab while blocking, you will block the low follow-up and you will interrupt the overhead follow-up and then confirm into knockdown. The only knockdown that you can get off of this button without any additional properties is going to be into quarter circle back light, like this. Which of course can cancel into level 3. But it is very scaled if you cancel into level 3 from a light. As you can see, that does a lot less damage than it normally would. Off of Drive Rush or on Punish Counter, this button becomes +8. So instead of only being able to chain into itself, for an easy confirm, you can go into your medium punch target combo. Or, for the really, really good one, you can go into your back heavy punch, quarter circle back heavy. This is important because this is Marisa's best way of punishing a drive reversal. I dropped the combo, but you get the idea. So it is very important to practice being able to do that combo as well. On hit, or rather on block, until the most recent patch, for some reason, Marisa's light chains used to be interruptible, where if they mashed a 4-frame back, they would win. That is no longer the case. If Ken is mashing his fastest button in the middle of this string, he'll get hit, and you can confirm the counter hit into knockdown. On just block, by itself, you're safe, but you don't get anything. However, if it's off of Drive Rush, you are +3, and that means your throw would beat him mashing, doing a jab or going into your light auto combo would beat him mashing, and you can also shimmy to then blow him up for doing a delay tack. And I will quick demonstrate all of those options, starting with the shimmy. And then if he's just mashing a button, I gotta be close enough. It depends on the distance with the throw being able to beat mashing, because sometimes you're not actually close enough to throw. I'm getting interrupted there, just trying to make sure because I'm not close enough. So it depends on the situation. But you can always beat him mashing with doing it again, or with the light auto combo. Which again, whether or not that's a knockdown is going to depend on distance. The important thing about 4-frames in this game is that they are your only safe ender off a Drive Rush cancel from a medium. So this, even from Marisa's heavies as well. Because that is a true block string. Meaning, if Ken is trying to do a DP after blocking, it cannot come out until after the sequence is over. Same for super. The only thing that can come out is if he goes for a drive reversal. In which case, there's nothing you can do about that. But if people are consistently reacting to you turning green with doing a DP or doing a super, then going for the cancel into the light instead can be quite good, because it puts you in that advantageous +3 situation, particularly if you're trying to get out of the corner and maybe you delayed this button on your wake up to catch them walking away from you. You can try to go for a back throw, or maybe they think you're going to go for a back throw and they go nuclear and try to go for a DP and you didn't go for a back throw, you just waited, and then you can blow them up for it. And that is about all I have to say about Marisa's Crouch Light Punch. If you're finding this series helpful, drop a like, a comment, a sub, check out the rest of the playlist, send it to a friend, and most importantly, have a great day.